What's good, everybody? It is K1 the Collector here, and today we are talking about WWE 2K23, but mainly discussing the future, which is WWE 2K24 and 10 superstar renders that must be better for next year's game for Myfaction, and of course, all other modes involved. Now, I ain't gonna lie, we just gonna hop straight into it right here. So, guys, right here, boom, number one, you see already with the screen we're in the custom screen, the creator wrestler screen, but also editing the real superstar screen. Let me move myself out of the way because I'm seeing that's going to be necessary. I don't want to move. Okay, there we go. Andre the Giant. Now, look, so here's the thing. Andre the Giant is bigger than everybody. We do know that, and that is kind of conveyed in him, and it looks, and it like you can look at him and tell who it is, right? So it's kind of still cool as Andre the Giant. But something that I'm seeing, just it seems like 2K struggles with is these really, really big people. Like, why does his singlet look like that? Like, no piece of clothing lays on like this. His singlet looks like it was painted on by a fantastic brush with somebody that has a shaky hand. I don't know what is really going on. His let's zoom in. His chops are so like sometimes the hair look kind of funny. He just look funny. Like he don't look scary. He looks troubled. And not to mention, I'm not gonna lie, the face don't really look like Andre. Like that's not Andre. I don't know who that guy is. Like, I just like, and so the other thing about this particular Andre we have, like, if we even look at the picture, he actually even has too much hair on the top of his head. He had a little shorter curly fro thing going on. This here, he got the whole spiel on top of his head. So really, it's a facial edit. It's something about the way his body is built. It just has to be better, and the way the singlet lays on, this does not look like a real article of clothing. It looks like a ginormous. It looked like somebody took Aaron Yeager's sock and stretched it out and painted it black and put it on his body. I don't know. So we gotta do better with that. But that's number one. Number two is Austin Theory. Now, there's actually not much wrong with this render except for an update. He doesn't really look like this anymore. He doesn't look like this at all anymore. He just needs more hair, even on the top of his head. And really the biggest part would be the beard. Now, of course, he has been wearing different attires as of late. Right now, like on the back of his trunks, he's been wearing Austin Theory Live in SmackDown, and of course within the SmackDown colors, but it just says that there. And I believe he especially on the bottom, he like his legs and stuff could probably be thick, like bigger and thicker, because Austin Theory is huge, like he's swole as ever. So, but the main part, that's not like the must. The main part, the main must for this is the beard. If you get the beard, this render will be killer. So, boom, yes, Austin Theory is number two. Number three is probably the most important one for me. Y'all could say if it's biased or what, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie. It shouldn't really matter if this biased or not. Bianca Belair. So, like I said, the bias shouldn't matter. Bianca Belair is a freaking star. Bianca Belair's render is really, really bad. Like I ain't gonna lie, it's bad. The face doesn't really look like her. Not really. The only thing, like, one of the main things besides her just having on Bianca's clothes that can even allow you to recognize that this is Bianca Belair is the braid. Besides that, if she had on regular clothes and didn't have this braid, and I just looked at her dead in the face, I don't know if I would be able to tell that's Bianca Belair. The body is wrong. Bianca Belair is just simply not built like this. And of course, I've seen the attention to detail that they paid attention to other women. So because of course the female body is totally different. So I know that I've seen body types somewhat similar to what Bianca actually has and done better. Also, she isn't quite built like everybody else though, because she has the muscle structure I mean, and of course the lower half is different. Everything about Bianca is different, but the face and stuff is cool, and it feels like this is something that has to be killed. I mean, she has to be. I would guess that she's a potential candidate for the cover athlete. I wouldn't be surprised to see that, like, so, because I mean we know how big of a star she is. Her 2023 run has absolutely been crazy, man. Her biggest time is probably really the 2000. No, I mean it's really the 2023 run and some of 2022. Like, she lost the title earlier this year. But it was an even, but and then she gained it back, and the way she gained it back is going to go down in history for one of the greatest matches and probably even greatest performances ever, especially in female matches. So, I mean, it's crazy. This seems like a render that you're going to have to kill. So Bianca Belair is number 3. And I think I said the top 10, but this ain't really in no particular order because Bianca probably would have been 2 or 1. So, but this is really in no particular order. This is more just the 10 that I've pulled out. And some of these are also just going to be a couple smaller like updates and stuff rather than just the whole render being wrong. But some of them will just be like bad renders. So the 4th one I got right here is Braun Breaker. Now, Braun Breaker, his face and stuff, is fine, it's solid and stuff, but it's the attire. This is face Braun Breaker from the beginning, not necessarily the beginning, but his pretty much his run from when he had the NXT championship and he was a babyface the entire time, you know, all the colors. Nah, he not that no more. He got that dog in him now. He got the black, he's meaner and all of that. And so of course getting the black attire in the game, I feel like that'll probably be there, but we need it. The black attire in the game would be really, really dope to see. So hopefully we get that. I'm excited to see that, but that is definitely something that we should be looking forward to and expecting for NBA. Like I said, NBA, WWE 2K24. Now, for the 5th one I got, this guy, this one ain't no update. I mean, there's some updates to be made, but the dude is bad. Damian Priest is one of the worst winders in the entire game. Like, this is what? No, I don't know who that man is. Damian Priest looks like Lenny Kravitz right now. Like, at this very moment, whatever Lenny is doing, look just like this man. Like, it's tough. This does not look like Damian Priest at all. So I'm just talking about the face. I mean, maybe it'd be cool. Damian Priest does change his hair quite a bit. I feel like the coolest look is when he has his hair braided or twisted really far down, and with a real tight fade. I think that's probably his coolest look. So I would probably pick that one. He does usually have the chin strap goatee going on, but sometimes he'll just had a little soul patch. But lately it's been he's had the goatee going on, or just like the kind of stubble shave beard that's kind of clean. He's pretty clean with how his looks coming on, lined up and all of that. So, but really, I mean, a lot will be fixed if the face is just right, man. But also, the attire would be different. His attire is a little bit different than this. It's all kind of variations of what he has on now. But the main thing is this Damian Priest, man, his face. We gotta get a handle on that. It would also be cool if, like, his length was captured correctly. Like, I feel like it's not as obvious that, like, this dude has really long legs and really long arms. Like, if he was fighting in the UFC, they might be talking about giving him John Jones like stuff comparisons, because this dude arms and legs are just really long. So, but yeah, that's the 5th one I got. The 6th one I got is actually another Judgment Day member, and that is going to be Dom. Dirty Dom. Now, the problem with Dirty Dom is that one, Dom, I mean, he kind of best, even hairstyle wise, he kind of so he does have this mullet, but it's slightly different. But that's not the biggest part of it. Of course, it's the attire. The attire is when he was still with his father, Ray, and not calling him a deadbeat dad every single time the camera gets pointed on him. Also, I mean, this is a side note, but Dominic is doing some of the best work in professional wrestling, regardless of promotion. Period. Right now, and a couple of big publications have recognized him for that. So, but I just really wanted to say that was the big fan talking to me. But man, Dom is killing it. But it's mainly the attire. We need to switch him to full Judgment Day attire. It'd be cool if the alternate attire he had might be that little off-white fit that he wears. And if you don't know what that is, it's the flannel shirt that he's wearing with the X on the back. That's the off-white fit that he wears, the purple and black. That would be really, really dope if they added that into the game, maybe as an alternate or something like that. So, but we just really need Judgment Day Dom. I would like for his name to say literally Dirty Dom with the dirty in the quotes and then Dominic Mysterio. That would be really, really cool to see. Next one is Otis. Now, Otis, the reason why I'm getting him is because Otis's face or something like that, it isn't really that bad. Now, it's outdated, so I do hope to see the new what Otis looks like now. But if you guys know what Otis looks like in real life, if you guys watch wrestling in real life, y'all should be able to immediately look at this and tell me what the issue is, right? Otis is not built like this at all. Like this dude, this looks like Rhino's body type or something. Otis is way, way, way bigger than this. And I'm noticing guys with this build like this, like Otis is probably, he might be literally the widest wrestler of all time from shoulder to shoulder. The only comparison, he's definitely probably the widest wrestler right now, aside from the only comparison I can think of now is Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is freaking massive from shoulder to shoulder. Like, it's insane. But I'm very excited to see Bronson Reed in the game next year. But I'm also scared because I'm somewhat prepared to be underwhelmed because it seems like guys that are usually built like that they end up looking like this instead of what they're actually built like. Like there's too much muscle involved here. Just go out horizontally and fatten them up. Like this, that's what they're supposed to look like. So I'm really excited to see big Bronson Reed, but I hope and pray that he does not come out looking like this. This body type has to be better. And so I've seen guys in the past like Mark Henry, when Mark Henry was in WWE games, he wasn't perfect, but he was better than this, I recall. So it's just in terms of how large he looked. So, and I even thought he could have been a little better. But man, I just really want to see those guys properly represented visually. That'll definitely hit off with fans and even people who are not fans. They'd be like, who is this big old dude? Like that, like it's going to look visually pleasing and awesome. So I really want for 2K to kill guys like not Austin, Otis and Bronson Reed. That'll be really, really dope. Number 8. Oh, shoot, my voice. Everything goes wrong when I start talking about this dude. And if y'all didn't know, me and him got a personal problem. But Reggie, he is definitely one of them. It's not a render issue. It needs to be updated. He has a whole nother gimmick now. He doesn't look this stupid anymore. He looks slightly less stupid, so overall kind of stupid. I don't know. But because this script's gimmick ain't it either. He damn near writing in the sky. Writing little letters in the sky. I don't like it. But yeah, he just needs to be updated. Scripts a whole nother gimmick. I mean, he's going with a more luchador like thing. Now, luchador, not really luchador. He's more of like a superhero. So he definitely just needs to be touched up or updated to see in the next game. Of course, his name should probably be different too and all of that. Now, this next one is another update. Now, it'd be ginormous update just because of the level of star she is. But Rhea Ripley. Where you at, Rhea? Okay, yeah. So mommy she just looks different than this now. I don't know if her hair grew or something like that, and I think that's probably it. Also, she wore it in a totally different style, so her hair might have not actually grew this much, but when you slick it back like that, you can madden it down to look at this certain length. So it might not actually grew that much, she's just letting it out. But that's how main point is that's how she's been wrestling as of now. And her attire is pretty much the same, pretty similar to this, but it's just, you know, she needs her updated look in the game, and of course a superstar of her caliber needs to be kept up with, because in all of her looks can be pretty iconic, pretty awesome looking. Now, another look that I would really like, this is kind of a side note, a look that of hers that I would really want in the game. Every time they go to Saudi Arabia, we know the women can't necessarily wear what they always wear, as they'd be exposing too much. She always kills it, especially this last time. You can't even tell that they're quote unquote like you can't even tell like they're compromising or can't do what they normally do, so this is an alternative. It looks like this is what she does, and what she do is awesome. Like, some of the women look like come out there and they look like Crayola NASCAR drivers. Like, that's all they really look like. But Rhea murders it every single time. I really think that should be a alt attire or something like that in the game. That would look really, really dope. So the last person that I have is another female, and it is going to be Shotzi. Now, this is another one we just need an update. The Shotzi render is actually pretty cool, and I want to really say that because Shotzi is one of the most detailed characters in the entire game, from every single tattoo to her hair to her attire. I mean, I can only imagine. Like, this is a really, really, really good render. It's spot on, perfect. But she doesn't look like this anymore. She's going with the more pinhead hair thing. You know, she started freaking out when she was feuding with Damage Control, mainly Bailey, and then she cut her hair. So when she cut her hair, that was a pretty cool thing. I kind of wanted them to kill that whole segment more, do something really good with Shotzi. And I kind of thought it was going to be a bigger thing, but it kind of just died down, and she just ended up going to NXT. Now she's doing nice in NXT, doing a little host stuff. She's like, you know, she is cool. It's okay. She just hosted hella Halloween Havoc, but I thought she was going to get like a real definitive push as a pure wrestler again, but she didn't. But my main point is we need that new Shotzi with her new hair in the game, and even the attire is a tad bit different, so that'll be cool. But guys, I think if they get these people surrendered in the game, we would be pretty much cool. Now, I might have missed something. Let me know if there's more renders that y'all looked at and thought absolutely not, more attires that you'd be like, we need to definitely update that. Anything like that, please let me know in the comment section below. Just share your thoughts. I appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time, I will see you guys later, man. Peace.